We are back at it. This is a shot of sports. Welcome to the podcast. We got Brodie Talks and Cohiba in the building. What's up, fellas?
What it do, my boy?
What's up? Nah, we got a loaded up podcast. We got a lot of subjects to talk about. Baby Gronk, ESPN firing everybody at the Harlem burying one of the best in the nation in high school, I think. And then we got Barry Bond, Tom Brady. What he doing? And not to forget, we're gonna talk about Randy Moss and Justin Jefferson in the end. So let's get to it. Hey, fellas, how y'all been, man? It's been a week since I tapped in. How everything been with y'all?
Man, straight, man. This been cooling and get ready for the pod thing to drop, man. Just grinding.
Yeah. What's up, Cohiba, man? I see you got your golf hat
Man, just got off the course, you know what I'm saying? Played out there till it was dark. And then wish I had a stick to fire up, but I'm in the house. And so kids in the house, well, I ain't gonna smoke while the kids in the house. I ain't gonna poison their lungs like that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna jump right into the subject. My boy Baby Gronk. Now, this subject was brought to me by Brodie Talk. Brodie Talk, man. I see you over there, Shotty. You got your little light streak. I know you trying to watch. You gotta probably lick your finger and hit the camera. But let's talk about Baby Gronk. You brought him here to me, man. I never met him before, and Brodie Talk said, "Well, I gotta check him out." So I'm gonna let you talk about it. Then I'm gonna introduce the world to him after you say a little piece on it.
Man, the thing is, man, baby Grunt, man, baby Grunt father been pushing him out there since he was a toddler, man. So this man, he was about 5 years old, and the world caught storm to him, man. At first, I didn't know much about him until I seen the little kid all on ESPN, and it was like, hey, man, this kid here is the next Grunt. He the best 9-year-old in the country. So I took a look at him. I'm like, hold on now. So I said, he got a little game to him, a little 7-on-7. And I see him in pass. He was, for the most part, he was bigger than everybody. And then the catch, man, using that Grunt, and then Grunt won the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that same era. So the kid caught fire for the kid. But I was like, man, look here. Here in Florida, man, we could go out and find in the projects and find between 8 and 9 Grunts, out here in Jackson Heights.
All right, so let me introduce y'all to Baby Gronk. If y'all ain't never seen him before, here go a video right here. So, hey, bro, everybody is talking about the cat. Just like you said, that clout thing, I believe old buddy at the end. A lot of people believe what they see on the internet to be true, and it's going to be true to them no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I see his talent, like BP said, is mediocre at best. But he's a little bit bigger than everybody else, so I think he might. Man, his dad doing an excellent job. If he don't make it in football, he's gonna be making it as a content creator. And he already lit. I forgot what his Instagram following is, but I'm gonna check it out real quick. What you got to say about him? He was nothing. You ain't got nothing for him.
Man, so like his dad doing a hell of a job promoting him, right? I give him that. But look at the definition on the kid. It's like he already hitting the weights. And I do question when you're when you have an adolescent hitting the weights that early, right? History has shown that it doesn't work out.
How old baby Gronk is?
9 years old, man.
He
I
looked
thought
like
he
he
was
getting
11.
big though.
Well,
He
he
look.
just turned 10. 10 years old from what I got.
I don't know. He might can do a little weightlifting at 10 years old. I don't think it's gonna hurt him that bad. He already
He's
a
four
big
foot.
kid.
He's 4'9".
Yeah, he already a big kid. As long as he ain't like lifting heavy, just lifting just to get toned up, I think he'll be all right. I think the kid got bling on, like he already in the NFL, but he got 324,000 followers. I think it's something different going on with this kid. I think content creation is key. His daddy got him right. His daddy got him lit. So he just may go off like cloud. He might just go D1 off cloud. He might not even be that good.
The thing
Oh, I
is with
agree.
that, man, I agree with you on that. The thing is, he hit it right on time because now the era for the NIL. So now with the popularity, he makes his kid popular. The popularity he has going on, like the women said earlier in the clip, this kid's gonna be crazy when he get to college because of the opportunities he's gonna have just by his name alone. Baby Grump. But listen, can this kid be a 4 or 5 star player? They already got him saying he's a 5 star player, but can he possibly go to the NFL? Man, hey, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough.
5 star. I don't know, man. That's pushing it. How tall is his daddy? What does daddy look like? Because I see his daddy talking to him, but I ain't really see
His
his
dad,
daddy height, body size,
his
and
dad
stuff
is
like that.
average size, like an average size guy. But we talk about Baby Grunt, but there's another kid that got a popularity like Gronk here in town, in Florida. I want to mention his name right now because we're not talking on him, but there's just so many kids now getting that, you got that pop. I'm gonna go ahead and mention a kid named Blaze, little Blaze, from Tampa, Florida. The kid got a big name, big following, and then so who's to say his dad pushing him? This kid here running down there 100 meters in 12 seconds right now at the age of 10 years old. So, like I said, if they're doing a good job with the following, the NIL is coming. Like you said, he already got over 200,000 followers. This kid, this kid gonna make some money when he come out.
He, yeah, he get that paper now. 324,000 followers. He already got the bling. He got the look. He got everything. So people wonder like, who is this? Like just stuff you wear, man, set you off a little bit. So I think he more clout than what he really about. But I haven't seen a lot on him, and I seen my boy. Speaking of who is that? McAfee. I seen my boy McAfee talk about him, and he was like, he don't look like the one. But you was telling me that he got scholarship offers or something like that. I seen him with some
Yes,
colleges.
man. Listen, so many schools. I mean, I don't know if they're true scholarships or what, but I know this kid's man taking pictures with Alabama, uh, Florida State, LSU, Oregon, all the top programs in the nation. This kid has been talked about. This kid is taking tours of these universities. They're treating getting a 5 star status. And man, I'm telling you, man, baby, I don't know what it is about Baby Grump, but the world is catching on fire. Keep doing what you're doing, Baby Grump, because they love you, boy.
Yeah. All you gotta do is be good, back it up, and that's all. None of my opinion don't matter, baby girl. I'm here for you, bro. But I just said it's a whole lot of hype about a player. I was bigger than that, and I was faster than that when I was your age. But I just grew big, and I'm only 5'9" right now. So like, you can grow into something that you don't plan on being. I was supposed to be 6'10", about 320. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, he not telling a lie, people, man. This man was terrible, that defensive line, man. But we thought he was gonna be the next Warren Sapp.
Tell you what, baby Gronk is gonna be a bust. He gonna be strung out on coke. He gonna be strung out on coke by the time he 18. By the
Oh
time he
man,
can get to college.
I rebuke that. I rebuke that right now. We can't let him do that. Baby Gronk gonna be
Right.
he gonna be a content creator. He gonna grow up and
He
be
put
Jake Paul. He might get in the ring with somebody or something like that. Just be
too much
boxing.
too much pressure being put on. He's following his dad.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a lot of pressure.
I think at some point, and I know he loves his dad, but I think at some point somebody gonna have to step in and break that, sever that connection, right? It's his publicity publicist, his general manager, his manager, um, his agent. Somebody gonna step in and sever that connection.
Nah, I totally disagree with that, homie. I think his dad doing a heck of a job with his publicity, and I think his dad got his clout up. We wouldn't even know about him if it wasn't for his dad. We don't know their relationship inside their house, and I look at him like right now a big baller brand. He's involved heavily in his son's life. And I'd rather him be involved, overly involved like this, than to be not involved at all. Yeah, when he become an adult and he decides on his own, that's when the only time that relationship should sever. But until then, if bruh doing the right thing, his kid's staying out of trouble. He might not be the best athlete, but he got a lot of clout right now. He got a lot of potential. He got a lot of going forward with his life. It's all on him right now. He got all the eyes on him. All he gotta do is perform. So maybe that's what his dad telling him. I did everything for you, kid. Now all you gotta do is perform. Now it may be a lot of pressure because I put that on you, but now all you gotta do is perform. I think that's the right idea. I think shoot anybody would want that type of relationship with Pop.
Oh, absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. But I seen Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee just told the truth. He said he don't look like he the one. And speaking of Pat McAfee, man, I'm gonna just jump into the next subject, which we talking about ESPN. You know, Pat McAfee is going over to ESPN, and he got a lot of people fired over there. They just started letting people go. It was so bad over there. Everybody got let go. I forgot to even get the list of names, but I could call out a few of them. What it was, Jalen Rose. We got Jason Williams. What's Matt Kaiser? Matt Keller? What's his name?
Hmm.
Keller,
Max Keller.
Max,
Yeah, Matt Keller.
Keyshawn Johnson, whole bunch
Keyshawn.
of them.
Well, they let about 12, 13 people go, and Pat McAfee got like 150 million to go over there. Talk about building something of your own and getting that bag. Oh my gosh.
Man, you know what I think was going on with that though, man, Jake? Pat, when Pat played in the league, man, he had a situation that he had an argument with Peyton Manning, didn't he? Isn't he the kicker?
Yeah, he the kicker.
He was a kicker. He had an argument with Peyton Manning before he retired. And a lot of the guys that rubbed him the wrong way when he was in the league. So some of those guys that he was around probably mistreated him. Now he the head man. He like, I'm getting rid of you. You think that's got something to do with it?
Nah, I think they after the bag. What I think is, I don't know if you ever watched Pat McAfee show. I think he built something at the same peak time as all those other shows was on. And he had a huge following, a whole bunch of people watching him. So he was building his program up, and more people was coming to him. I don't think ESPN care about nothing but advertising dollars. So they'll pay him 100 million to bring him over, but they'll get rid of whoever because they'll have to build their own stuff up from scratch. Pat McAfee already built, so his whole audience coming over, and they just gonna pay the advertisers just gonna pay to be on his. Now I don't think his show is gonna be his show no more. I think it's gonna be more political, more garbage. I think it's gonna fall off, and somebody else gonna grow their ESPN show on like YouTube or something. The ESPN gonna end up buying them again. But right now, I think he won though. To get something like $100 million bag is crazy. They couldn't send 10 in there.
So so he definitely won, but at the same time, if you notice, he took a pay cut to come to ESPN. So before, I think he was with FS1 or Fox Sports.
I thought
Wherever
he
he
was
was
doing
at
it
before.
independently, or with
No,
like
no, he was with
DraftKings football, DraftKings sports, or some betting sports or something like that.
I believe he was with FS1 or Fox Sports, but they paid him, and um, he had to do his own production. He had to pay his own production costs. All his expenses were all out of pocket. He had to pay the other cast that's on the shows, his producers, his lighting team, audio team, all of that stuff, right? But now with ESPN, he said he valued more family time, so he was able to spend time more at home with his wife and his kids, and then also too ESPN will take care of the rest of the cast, paying them, the rest of the production team. But with it, he'll be censored. If you notice his previous show, they could curse, they could say whatever they wanted, and it
Right.
wasn't censored. With ESPN, it's going to be censored now, but now he gets that time back. So I mean, I honestly believe that was a smart move by him because time is your greatest resource. It's your greatest asset, right?
And
So
speaking and speaking of what you said early on, not to cut you off, man, when you were talking about the contract deal, the actual numbers that he had was 85 million over 5 years with FanDuel. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what he got.
yeah. The
So
FanDuel, I knew
FanDuel
it
was
was a
worth
good. Yeah, good shot.
FanDuel, that's what ESPN, but FanDuel he had a $120 million contract with them. And so at ESPN he just signed an $85 million deal for 5 years.
Yeah. I knew it was FanDuel, but he produced like you said, he produced everything on his own. Now ESPN say do 3 hours, just jump on because he was doing 3 hours on YouTube for FanDuel. So
yeah.
Bruh
But if you
came
look at the
up,
cuts, though, if you look
Bruh
at the
came up with
cuts,
good. But
he,
I think your boy Shannon Sharp going over there too. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think Shannon Sharp heading over there too, so they had to clean house. But I don't know what
so I think
Shannon gonna do over there either.
I think that was a good move. But like they're trying to bring Big Perk up, they're trying to bring the chick Dana up. So for them,
Big Bird.
they they basically cut all their tenured their tenured analysts out. So all their top earners they let go, minus Stephen A.
Jason
Smith,
Williams. Jason Williams keep
minus
running. What is it? What's
minus Stephen A. Smith.
and your boy from the Keyshawn Will and Jay Williams.
Yeah, yep.
The thing about that is, boy, it's like what we trying to do now. They built something on like Jay Williams built something on his own. I heard him on a heard about him on the Joe Button podcast when about 5 6 years ago he bumped into Joe Button and Joe Button's like he met Jay Wills and Jay Wills was like, man, you're doing the right thing. You're building something on your own, so the people have to come to you, and then you make your own rules after that. So I think the people who build stuff on their own, they kept or who built them up so much, like Stephen A. Smith, they kept those solid people. Like I think Jeff Van Gundy got cut. Old school stuff got knocked off with the big salary
Yeah,
cap.
man. Everybody we grew up to, for the most part, out of there. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, with ESPN, they saying that they're gonna get 230 fully guaranteed shows from your boy. So that's the number that they're trying to go out for. They're trying to go for 230 episodes, starting out. That's what they're gonna get going for the contract, and then with all the year advertising and all that kind of stuff. So man, but that guy got a strong following, man, like you said. But like my boy he was saying, like, look. It's gonna be this time. It's gonna be censored. A lot of those things that he was saying with all the beer and all the kind of stuff, the way he was talking, a lot of stuff gonna be cut. But it's just like I don't know, man. It's just like, hey, if a kicker could do it, we could do it.
Yeah. Hey, I think the quality of the show gonna drop. Cause like he can't say what he wanna say. We can't talk he can't talk that talk like we wanna talk. So I think the quality of the show gonna be shot out. But hey, kudos to him. Get that bag, boy.
Facts.
Hey, I gotta get that boy.
Right. So one last thing before you move on. I think he's gonna eventually replace Lee Corso on College Game Day. I think he's a
They
perfect fit
kept Lee
for him.
Corso though. No, they got rid of
Hey,
Kirk Herbstreit, I heard.
and Todd McShay.
Oh my hey, it went crazy.
No, no, your boy too. Who's the dude from Georgia?
But why they kept Lee Corso and got rid of Kirk
I'm on the quarterback.
Herbstreit? I don't know Georgia
Who's the
man.
who's the who's the linebacker from Georgia that they cut?
You talking about he used to play defensive end back in the day. Broke his neck. I can't call Tom. I forgot his name. I
White
forgot his name.
white white dude who was always on College Game Day, played at Georgia, diehard Georgia fan. They cut him too. But if you look at when Pat McAfee sat in for Lee Corso this past season, the ratings were the highest they ever had for College Game Day.
Well, they must have
You
wrecked
talking
Pat
about David
McAfee
Pollard?
life.
David Pollard.
David Pollard, yep.
They might be
They
about to
cut it.
wreck
They
Pat
cut him too.
McAfee life, bro. Because remember how they had Stephen A. Smith running around doing every show? He was working like a madman.
Yep.
I hope Pat McAfee though did sign a deal for that because he was doing good. What you say he had 120 just managing everything on his own? Nah, bro. Heck nah. This don't
But
seem like Motown with Family right here. This seem like ESPN for to get you, boy. And they got a
but
numbers
look
contract
at the
too.
hype. Look at the hype that he brings to the show. Full of energy, more energy than Desmond Howard, more energy than Kirk Herbstreit, more energy than
Bro,
Lee
if you
Corso.
Kurt Hurd Street is straight though, bro. Like
bro for
Lee
seven
Corso,
bro for $17 million a year, I give you energy. I give you a whole bunch of
ain't no. And
I give you a whole bunch
speaking of
of
college
17
football,
5. Boy,
college
hey, ESPN would get the best of me. But guess what? We out here competing against ESPN, baby.
yeah, we gotta build this up. Appreciate everybody who's watching. If you watching, drop a comment. Hey, say something to it. Drop a like or something. Yes, sir. Hey, but speaking of college athletes, we got a young man named Harlem Berry. Harlem Berry is set to be the number one prospect in the is it running back in the nation?
Yes.
And
Yes.
I know why you told me to talk to her, Brodie Talk, because I seen him with some Florida gear on. I seen him with some
Yes, sir.
Florida Gator gear on. And I think he class of 2025. So we ain't gonna jump that hurdle just yet. Class of 2025, that's not this year. That's not next year. That's the year after. So we pray the kid be healthy, stay good, and even get better. So somebody might jump past him. We got growth spurts gonna happen in college, but hey, I seen some of his highlights. He looked damn good to me.
Yes, sir, man. When I tell you, when the first time I saw this kid, I seen this kid. I'm gonna say not say kid, I'm say young man. I saw him in a 7-on-7 tournament, and when I tell you that, you know how it is, Jake. When you see somebody in that 7-on-7, you really don't see him in them pads. So you like, man, listen, can he do that in the pads? So now the thing with that was like, I went and checked him out. When I got home, I said, man, I gotta check this kid out. I look around, they say 4.340 and he just going to the 11th grade. I said, boy, this kid, he got a bright future. They come out, he just got the number one overall ranking for the number one running back in the nation. And I tell you, boy, he's swift. When you talk about you want to see some swiftness, that's him. And when they say, like the boys say today, he him. And so, like Gator Nation, Florida State, I hope one of the Florida teams get him. But man, you see that shirt he got on, it say boot, boy. That boy I think from New Orleans. He played with them boys from Louisiana, so that's gonna be tough for them Florida schools to get him. What you think?
LSU, Bama. I don't see him going anywhere else.
I agree with
What?
that. I agree with that,
So,
man.
how old is he?
You think he
He
gonna
gotta
switch
be.
up the game?
I think he like 16, 15, 16.
Well,
I
you know,
think I
you
think
know, a
that
lot of
number
times
shit
these
over
kids
with, bro.
they reclass and their parents keep them down. They really be like 17, 18, 19. Shout out to that boy James Cook. Couldn't play his full senior year because he was too old.
Ooh.
He need to be there for the first semester though. I see Jit was a freshman. He was a freshman in high school. Remember when we seen him at the state championship game?
Bro, he was a freshman, and the next year I seen him, he was a junior, a senior.
Yeah,
I say, oh my God. Hey, but that day we seen him, he went for 200.
yeah. He didn't look like no freshman. He looked like a grown man out there. Looked like he wanted to play against us.
Right.
He beat the heck out of our cousin, man. That was
Man,
dirty.
but speaking of hey, but when you see this young man here, what you think about him? Who do he remind you of anybody?
Well, he thick though, Paul. He he
What you say,
what
Jakey? What?
what
Jakey, what?
he got a thick with way he run and stuff. Paul. He reminds me of what's the Jacksonville, the Butterball Jacksonville dude.
Maurice Jones-Drew?
Yeah. Look like he run
Yeah.
downhill like Maurice Jones-Drew. I watched some of his little highlights and stuff.
And it's
I
crazy because
think
Maurice Jones-Drew ran 4.32 and he was at UCLA. So that's a good comparison. But I was going like with me personally, man, I was saying like when you look at this young man, I was seeing some more of like you say, I ain't gonna say Dalvin Cook, but I was saying someone like your boy Yerby, who's a play with Miami Central. He was a
Oh,
featured guy.
Joseph Gilbert.
Yeah, I would say something like that as far as his younger years. And I would say he reminded me a little bit like LaRoni Gallishaw, kind of run up high from Polk County, a little bit like that from how Ronnie used to get loose. And so I would say something like that.
yeah. See, like you know that a little better than me. The high school, the NCAA. I gotta compare him to like a pro. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Right.
way I see him at being a pro, because that's what I pay attention to. Just like I pay attention to your hat, that weak hat you got on. You know, I'm a Steelers fan. Hey, he don't even like the Ravens, dog. What kind of bullshit is
Hey, I'm back. Listen, I'm being. I know this off topic, but I got a bad wire with them Ravens, man. Listen, man. Lamar Jackson, it's his time. I'm hoping Lamar go ahead and pull the string and do his thing, man, and bring home a Super Bowl to the Ravens. But I got a root for my Buccaneers too, but I'm going with the Ravens this year, man. I'm riding with them.
All right, all
Boy, Jake said that boy thick. Boy, he say he thick.
right. Hey, let's talk about we're gonna skip the next subject, but we'll come back to it. But since we still on football, we talk about the Bucks. Let's talk about this guy Tom Brady. Wait, hey, boy, when we talk, boy, it seems like every week we got a bag drop on this bed. This might be the top notch bag dropper we ever see. Shout out to Cohiba for this story, man. What you say? The man dropped $48 million. I can
Well,
see we were talking about money that the kids didn't have. We talked about Zion and what's it, John Morant. They didn't have that money in their hands, but I heard these guys put up 30. He put up 30, and his wife put up 18 million in FTX, and they
yeah,
lost it all.
yeah. Lost it all in the Ponzi scheme. I wonder if it led to the divorce. I wonder if it
Huh?
led to the divorce.
Yeah, it did. You know that. You know that led to the divorce. God, no.
The crazy thing,
$48 will make you rethink your whole life processes. Boy, I don't care what nobody say. I don't
facts,
care how much you got.
facts, man. I gotta say that too, man. I believe she was like, Tom, you got me involved in this. Tommy, it's time for you to go. You losing my money because she the breadwinner in the family. Tommy was worried about too much football and wasn't concentrating on the money. And she said, "Honey, your time running out."
So
Nah,
I know a little bit about the FTX scheme. If y'all don't know, I'll give y'all a little breakdown. FTX is a cryptocurrency exchange. Now, when you keep your money on exchanges and cryptocurrency, it's like you're giving your money to a bank that's unregistered, unsecured, unmonitored by the SEC. And when you buy the cryptocurrency, it's say they give you a number just like your bank account. And say you got $1,000 in your bank account. Well, say you got this cryptocurrency, you got this much Bitcoin, you got this much Ethereum. So what the exchange did was just lie to everybody. They was accepting all this money, advertising, venture capital money. They was just bringing it all in. They was hiring Tom Brady. They'll pay him $1 million to do a commercial. And Tom Brady, I guess, and like Steph Curry, Shaq, even the doggone Miami Heat arena took money from them to be named after name their arena after them. They gave money to political parties, Joe Biden. They did it all. So they just said, "Hey, this is what you got in here." And when people went to withdraw it, at the end of the
Go.
day, it was a bank run, and it was no money there. So when you dealing with cryptocurrency, you need to own your own keys. Like I say all the time, no keys, no cheese. Now you can go to my Money Grows on Trees channel and you go look that up, Money Grows on Trees Network with Jake Fever. But that's besides the point. He lost all his money because he believed in somebody that gave him some money. It was like what it was, a 3 card Monty or something like that. They let you
the
withdraw
Monte.
and take your money. They show you
He
where
should.
it's
Hey,
at. They show you the money here, and then they move the damn thing.
but it's how that remind me of Daytona. Shout out to
They
BCR.
Yeah, they showed Daytona here. That remind me of the classics.
Man, listen. Tom Brady should have called the boy. He should have called the boy Antonio Brown and said, "Hey man, hey, AB, tell me how to take that money out before they take all the money, man. Because so I don't let AB keep beating everybody, boy. You hear me?
AB,
No,
AB,
he couldn't. He couldn't.
hey, I heard AB paid the people and then pulled it all back from the account. AB so slick with it, boy. AB shot them. It was only like $200,000. AB said, "I need all that." I heard he took it from like 59 different people. So $200,000 chopped up between 59 different people ain't a lot of money. Like 3 grand from everybody. Let me get you. Let me get you.
Know what I'm saying, man? That man he ran a Ponzi scheme on You know, ain't no football players, man. Come on, man.
Man, AB snitched, dog. AB told Kanye that Tom was hollering at old Kim Kardashian, right? And that's why they all fell out. AB a snitch.
Hey, boy, your snitch conspiracy theory. Who else you say snitch? John Morant, homeboy or
Yeah.
something. But I got a,
Yeah, he snitched.
I got to clip his snitch conspiracy theories up. But everybody snitched to your eyes. Boy, God, no. Speaking of snitches, let's talk about this old man him, Barry Bonds.
Ooh, the GOAT. The
Goddamn goat.
GOAT.
But from goat to goat, we went from goat
Yes,
to goat.
sir.
And it ain't even fair. It ain't even close that this man the GOAT. And I don't know who snitched on him, but my boy was the GOAT before steroids, bro.
Jose Canseco, baby.
Oh yeah, Jose Canseco is the snitch, boy. Oh my
Don't forget
god.
about Mark McGuire now.
No, I'm talking about the snitch. Jose Canseco was flat broke and started writing that book, didn't he? I seen him do a couple of interviews. Jose Canseco snitched on Barry Bonds, but baseball season going on and like it's so quiet right now. I don't really hear nothing. I know Mike Trout got hurt. He out for a few games, but that's the only thing I've heard in the last couple of weeks. Besides your boy from Cincinnati hitting all them home runs. So I thought I'd bring baseball in here because this man belongs in the Hall of Fame. They gotta get over that BS, dog. People use steroids, bro.
Man, that boy from Cincinnati, the truth, man. De La Cruz, number 44, the face of the MLB. The only problem is he took a bad deal. He signed with some agency. A lot of these players come out of the DR, and they get about 35% of the salary. So
Mm.
imagine when he signed his first big contract, because right now he's a rookie. Imagine when he signed his first big contract, and let's say he get 400 million. The agency gonna get 35% of his salary, right? That's gonna drop him down to what, 240, 260, and then taxes. Let's say 44% on that. So that's another 115 million gone, right? But they make up for it for the ones that hit, and they lose out for those duds who don't pan out, and they don't front them 1.5 million upfront signing bonus, and then next thing you know, they out of they either the minors or they're not playing for any ball club.
I
Yeah,
got you on that.
yeah. He got that gotcha contract, but that's why speaker who you just had on the you had on. That's why Lamar Jackson so skeptical of things like that. That's why he was dealing the way he was dealing. I mean,
Right.
you either sometimes you make bad contracts, dog. You live and you learn. I think he's a good enough ball player to work his ass out of this contract and become who he needs to become. Right now, he can't crowd with spilled milk. He signed. Everybody tell him to sign that paperwork. He signed that paperwork, so he owed them people what he owed them. Now they got him. They got him. It's unfair they got him, but they got him. And, he is taking over the league though. Mike Trout. I heard about him because he hurt. I hear about him because this man rocking home runs and they trying to steal his bat and stuff like that. What's they question his bat after they already got approved by the MLB. Like who
Yeah,
was that? Who was that did that? Arizona or Texas or somebody did that. But hey, if you see his swing, the man's swing is like Griffith, Ken Griffith Jr.'s.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes, sir.
shit all natural, boy.
But going back to the GOAT, man, Barry Bonds, man, listen, man, like you say, the excitement that this man brought to the game before the steroid situation that was going on, and then even after that, that man, even I seen something where Deion Sanders say he was struggling when he came into the league, and he said he met Barry Bonds, and Barry Bonds took him up on the wing and showed him how to handle that bat. And he said, man, when he did that, he said his batting average and everything took off once he got that, got to go working with him. And so just that thing up, man, from Barry Bonds and steal bases, he used to hit that thing everywhere, and he was a Golden Glove in the outfield. And then somebody to be like that, man, that caliber, that's it. Like people right now should be fighting for Barry Bonds and getting that Hall of Fame, man, because there's no way that he should be one of the people that is still out there waiting. When you got people like you say, Mark McGuire, and Sammy Sosa, that era right there, baseball, man, was one of the best, most
All
exciting.
of them should be in there, bro.
Yes,
You gotta
man,
catch
all
all
those
of them.
guys should be in, man, because like I say, the steroid era. Who's to know the steroids weren't going on back in, like I say, Babe Ruth, all that kind of stuff. You don't know what was going on back
But
then.
I think the steroid era was the most exciting era of baseball in the history of baseball, and it's been around for like 200 years. And I think the reason that nobody is fighting for Barry Bonds because Black Americans don't play that shit no more. Remember when we was growing up, bro? We had 4 and 5 leagues of just straight hood playing against each other. Like and playing little itty bitty playing city, even in Lakeland, even in Marlboro, bro. We had leagues, bro. We used to play against each other in leagues. Fuck that travel league stuff. Now it's all travel ball. Who can
Right.
pitch the best? Man, we had some homegrown straight straight to the league out of high school players coming. Kenny Kelly, Nardo, straight to the league out of high school. Kenny Kelly played dude. He played football for the UM and played baseball for what? Devil or something crazy like that.
Tampa Bay Rays.
Yo, it was crazy, bro. We gotta bring that back. But shout out to
Man,
Mike Miller trying to do that.
and what it is, Jake. Speaking going away from the GOAT, going to Little League baseball. When you speak on that thing, they basically they price us out of that as far as the African American community, man. Just think about how much an aluminum bat was when we was growing up. Aluminum bat when we was growing up, coming up in the ranks, it was hard for our parents to go pay $200-300 back then to go get one of them $400 for one of them bats. And then now them bats, man, averaging anywhere from $700 to $1,500 for a bat. So you think about that. And then when you say another thing too, when you say prices out, just think about this here. If you're from a certain area in the neighborhood across the tracks, you can't even play in a league with some of these young men unless you get voted in. And as well as the price of travel ball. An African American family may not be able to take off work from 2 to 3 weeks at a time or 4 weeks at a time for summer, things like that. When we was growing up, we had to rely more on our coaches, but we had people like your mom, Jake, involved in the community as well as helping us move around for travel and things like team moms and things like that. You don't have that anymore. You have it sometimes, but a lot of these parents, man, it's not really about trying to put them kids in baseball. It's just they kind of price us out a little bit, if that makes any sense, man. Like as
It
far
make plenty of
as
sense. My daughter just did softball this past season. Man, I promise I spent $500 on equipment. They ain't even counting signing up and paying for all the food and concessions we had for all the 16 games. And that was just a regular first time playing, just learning how to hit. You see, that's $700 right there for just to get on the field.
when we play, you know how much it was to sign up to play?
I don't know
I
what
never
was.
forget. $25 for us to sign up and play. And now you know what?
$25 a month. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We was in a Dixie Youth Baseball League. Never forget.
Shout out to the Dixie U, man. They definitely deserve one of these.
Dixie Youth raised me, boy. I'll tell you, it was some ball players can't do Dixie Youth baseball.
Shout out to Dixie Youth. And let's go ahead and move on to Florida State, Florida State, Florida State.
Woo!
Woo! I heard this is the best football team in the nation. Not the city, not the county, not the state, but the nation.
Say it again. Say it again.
The nation.
Man, listen, let me go ahead and get my hate on for this young man get started, man. Listen, this is one of the most talking son of a guns I know about these Simmons, man. Watch when he talk. When he talk about it, y'all gonna follow me with this here.
I'm
But
gonna
I'm
get
gonna go
my
ahead and
Taylor
say,
Ford, let him cook up. Hold on.
yes, sir. But I'm gonna say this here, man. Listen, them nose, I think them nose gonna fall away to crash again this season because I don't think Mike Novell as a coach is ready. I think he got all the talent. He developed talent. Now, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying I think it might be a situation where everybody on his nose, everybody hyping them up. They got the offensive line. They got the receiving core. They saying they got their
Dude,
quarterback. play caller.
Ooh,
They saying they got the
ooh,
running back. They saying
ooh,
they got a nice edge rusher. The night finally got the defensive tackles that they needed. And they got a
ooh,
secondary going over that. But is it
ooh.
gonna be too much for Florida State to hold the championship? I'm gonna let my boy tell y'all something. But I'm saying the nose ain't gonna win it all, baby.
So,
I'm not going with them nose in there.
hey, shout out to T Pain. I had to get that Taylor Port because he from Tallahassee. Go ahead, Cohiba. Go cook it.
Come on now. All right, so check this out, right? We got LSU opening weekend. Where we playing at? In Orlando.
Oh,
Basically a home game, right?
Easy.
So LSU, they real familiar with coming to the state of Florida. They play a lot of their bowl games there. They come to Florida every other year. Come down to the swamp and dust the Gators off. Damn near every year they come to the swamp, right?
Easy money.
That's in September. We got Clemson, I believe, in September too, at the end of September. If we get out of September 4-0, watch out, right?
Roll.
The only thing I question is, as long as Jordan Travis stay healthy, we good. Because depth at quarterback will be an issue for us. If Jordan Travis go down, the backup quarterback, if he steps in, will it be able to continue to win games? We might drop 1 or 2, right? But I have us projected 12-1, going to the college football playoffs, winning the ACC, Jordan Travis for Heisman. Florida State sending right now plus 1,800 to win the college football playoff, to win a natty and raise the trophy, plus 1,800 odds, right? So that's 18-1. You drop a $10 bet, you bring back $180. You drop a $100 bet, you bring back $1,800, right? And you can find that at Sungrown Selections on Twitter. Follow that. I already got that play release.
Sungrown Selections on Twitter. Spell it out for us.
SUN Grown Selections on Twitter.
Better believe it.
listen here, man. Listen, I'm not a Florida State fan, but my boy from Sun Grown on made me a believer. You hear me? I want and listen, I hate Florida State Silver. I'm telling you this right here. Them boys know I hate Florida State. Even I'm a Gators fan, first of all. Come on, coach. We gotta do better than what we doing. We let too many quarterbacks slip us. Listen, but to get on these Florida State Seminoles, man, what these boys are building right here, man, Coach Novell, honestly, I was talking trash earlier, but for what he's building, man, with the unit that he's putting together, the coaching staff, he's always been a developer from the places that he's been in the past. Always had a running back unit that has been very successful. They put out big league backs. Um, it's just, man, Florida State, man, is just I don't see how if like you said, they make it to the first 4 or 5 games. I don't see them losing unless it's in a situation where it's in the playoffs. If they don't win a national championship. But right now it's just can they keep everything together? Can everybody stay healthy? If they could keep Travis upright, they don't have him doing. He don't have if he don't have to do too much, which I don't think he's gonna have to do as much as he did last year as far as with his feet. I think more if he could just be more a leader and lead with his arm and be more of a game manager this season, I think Florida State has a chance, man. And I think finally the state of Florida might be able to say we're a champion to college football again.
Yeah, we might get us one in Florida again. This a real chance. It's that James Winston feeling. You know how you be feeling before the league. Well, what I'm talking, the season start. The only
Yeah,
thing I say, man, if we do get out of September like you said, Cohiba, and then we touch down and Florida go as hell. It's always a great game. So that last game of the season before the championship stuff. Florida gonna give you hell regardless. But sometimes you mollywopping, but you always gotta come in there prepared. Man. The days that you don't come
Well,
in prepared for Florida, they jump on your ass, boy. Not gonna
Well,
lie.
I ain't worried about Florida because they got murder Mets, right? Unless murder Mets turn into the New York Mets, I ain't worried about them, right? Look at that spring game. I think they scored 3 points on offense for the whole game, right? But I would tell you this though: who does Mike Norvell remind you of? What coach?
Bobby
I
Bowden,
would say I would say
Say it
Bobby
again.
Brown.
Bobby,
He, he
goddamn
is the
Bowden.
second coming of Bobby Bowden.
I would say that too, man, because my thing is, like I say, the man developed talent, bro. Like they were calling for his head. When Coach
Yeah.
Prime, like if he would have lost last year, they was calling for his head. They wanted Coach Prime to come take that job. And I
Yeah, I
think,
did too.
yeah, I'm saying I'm not a Florida State fan, but I'm like, hell, I want Coach Prime to get a Florida State job. And then, but all of a sudden, it was just a switch, like it happened with his players. Like those guys went to believing. Once he kicked Willie Taggart guys out, he got rid of those guys, and he went to start developing his own guys, and went to bringing them in through the portal or through the high school, whatever ranks. Those guys, those people coaching up there at Florida State.
Yeah, I don't know what he sold them though. Like because we was doing so bad, it seemed like we was supposed to be down in the dumps for quite some time. That coach sold them a bill of goods that they just had to believe in, and that's why them boys working for him. Because I was after Taggart, dog. Taggart was a piss poor showing. I was happy to have a black man in office at the time, but that was a boy. Hey, I'm affirmative action, boy. You got to get his ass up out of there.
Yeah, to verbally get him out of there.
God, dang, Taggart was not ready for that spotlight, boy.
Man.
After Jimbo, Taggart, that shit was like bad. That shit was bad.
So who gets fired first? Bill Napier or Mario Cristobal?
Can't call it, son.
Man, I'm gonna say this here. I think because of what they invested, the money that they gave Cristobal, and in this situation here, I'm hoping that Cristobal stays a little longer. But I think Napier out of there, man. If Napier don't do what he need to do this year, if the Gators come out and have another 4-8 season, something like that, I think it's time for Napier to go. Napier has had positions and situations to get quarterbacks. I think they're gonna wait another. I think they'll give him another year, and they're gonna let him get
They have
the
to.
kid from Texas, huh?
Lagway, DJ Lagway.
Yeah,
They got to look at your recruit class right now. You're sitting
right.
number 2 and number 3 in the country for class of 2024. Right, you got like what over 10 4-star recruits, 2 5-star recruits. You're recruiting ahead of Bama right now. You're recruiting ahead of LSU. You're recruiting ahead of Notre Dame. I think you're only behind Georgia and Ohio State. Right,
Correct.
so if they fire Napier, I believe no matter how much money they can pay these kids a nil, that class is going to crumble and fall apart.
Yeah.
And they don't want that to happen.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying I think he get that extra year, but I think the money that Miami invested in Cristobal and the money they allowed him to go out and get to pay those coordinators and things like that, I think they'll be a little more lenient with him. I think he has at least another 2 to 3 years as far as Napier. As far as now, if Napier just go out, Napier gonna go out this year, and I don't think Florida's gonna win 6 games. I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna win more than 6 games. With that being said, if he goes 6-6, then make a bowl game, they're gonna allow him to have. Now he go out there and just wet the bed. He got to go. He got to go, man.
So I believe
You're at University of Florida, you just barely getting a bowl game. You don't deserve to be there as a coach. But the thing is, by him having the experience that he's had, he's been a wide receiver coach at the University of Alabama. He's coached guys like Julio Jones and people like that. So I think with his resume, there's a lot come to say with that. But like you said, Lagway is coming. They're giving him opportunity. They're going to give him a chance to do that. Now, if he went to bed again with that class, I think he's going. At the most, he has 2 years at the most. I think he's out of there.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this one thing though. It's about swag right now for coaches. You gotta have like it ain't the old school win shit no more. That NIL deal changed life for a lot of these programs. These coaches have to have like swagger. If you ain't got the goods to sell me, can you put me on something? Can you put my name on the back of the shirt? Can you put me in a commercial? Can you really get me that bad, or can you just get me a little bit booster money that we was already gonna get anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like we see Florida State players get that anyway. So NIL deals is about can you make me popular right now, and can I put this towards like an NFL career? A lot of these kids looking at who got the most clout, and that's who's getting the best recruits, and that's why a lot of you can't compete with Dion right now. This is one of the greatest athletes that ever lived, and how you gonna compete with him? You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of this, Jake, but this little offset when you say Dion, I had to jump into it too. Listen, what do you guys think? Do you guys think a school like the University of Florida, University of Miami, they fire somebody like that, and Dion go out and say Dion wins 8 games this season? Do you think those one of the schools come calling for him, or University of Florida's like with their prestigious university? Nah, we don't know. Deion's not the guy for us, or let's say Miami, he's not a Miami guy. What do you guys think on that?
Deion gone. He gonna leave that cold climate.
2 years. He got to wait. He got to wait for Shador and Travis Hunter to leave.
But what about
Deion's
McClain though? He just gave the boy #1. He just talked about nobody getting
Cormano would transfer with him wherever he go.
And shout out to Lakeland for that one, man. Carmani is right here from Lakeland. He homegrown, man. And shout out to my auntie. That's my auntie grandson. And big deal. Big freaking deal. My auntie raised his mom. His mom a cool chick. And I seen him at the Erykah Badu concert. Thanks to Brodie Talks on TikTok. I checked him out, man. He keep coverage on Colorado and everything Colorado. But Coach Prime is tough. And we just lost Cohiba, man. I hope he dial back in. But we'll get him back right if he can't. But VP, I want to jump to that next subject though, man. I'm gonna move you over here. I'm gonna come up over here.
All right.
I'm gonna since we talking Florida State and what's going on, we're gonna go ahead and jump right here to a recruit of Florida State football. A lot of you might not know about Randy Moss.
Ooh.
Hey, Randy Moss actually got a scholarship offer. He was first offered and went to Florida State University. And what happened was your boy couldn't stay out of trouble. He sound country. He sound like a white boy on that country stuff, but he couldn't stay out of trouble. But he eventually, he went to Michigan State or
Nah, he started. He was like Notre Dame, Florida State, and then Marshall.
Marshall. Yeah, I was thinking white and green for some reason. But he shined and eventually got first round draft pick to Minnesota Vikings, just like Justin Jefferson. Now, they just showed the first 3 years of these two athletes' stats, and Justin Jefferson, believe it or not, is crushing Randy Moss. I mean, he got about 4 touchdowns, about 400 yards. I know it's a more of a passing league right now, but your boy looking like a Hall of Fame receiver. He on pace right now. What you think about him?
Yeah, man. Listen, the things that Randy Moss did, I'm telling you, like I thought we wouldn't have anyone be able to do the things he's doing. Not saying Jefferson is doing that, but the numbers that Jefferson are putting up, bro, are like, I'm telling you, like, are mind blowing because he's in Minnesota doing the same thing Moss did. And then the thing about it is, Moss was out there coming out there. We was like, Randy Moss is doing this. He's going on top of people. Jefferson is a route runner. He's a guy. He's a route runner. He can stretch the field. He can go on top of you. He can do a lot of things. But man, to be in a category where he is with Randy Moss at this young age, I would never thought that somebody would be doing this. And it's remarkable. It's a good thing.
The thing that stand out to me, the reason I brought this subject up is because Randy Moss had Chris Carter and he had Randall Cunningham, bro.
And Dante Culpepper.
I mean, like the first 3, we just compare like the first 3 years. I'm like, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like you had a Hall of Famer on the other side of you. This man doing it without all that. He got Kirk Cousins, bro. But right. I do think Gavin Cook is showing him a little bit of love on the receiver part because they got to stay honest to the run a little bit. But I hurt a whole season one time. You feel me?
Yeah, man. You can't take nothing away from this kid. Like he showed you when he was at LSU what he was gonna do. He came out since he was a rookie and just took off. Yeah, I think he broke Randy Moss' rookie record. And then now all of a sudden to be in a situation where he's ahead of Moss at the situation with the years being played the same amount of years. This right here is something that we might not never see again. Like we thought we were gonna see Randy Moss accomplishment be broken. But this kid, man, Chase, shout out to him. He got a bright future, man. It's just like, to me, like you said, Kirk Cousins, as this man quarterback. Just imagine this man had someone that was like really throwing that tailor to him. And
half of what they do. That joke Kirk Cousins is not him. They ain't him by far. Shoot, Randy Moss had a little bit of Brett Favre too on the back of his.
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Boy, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Hey, Randy Moss had Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Shoot, for a little bit. Hey, he should have stayed with Tom Brady. He got a ring. Instead, he went over to
They went
Colin
night.
Kaepernick.
Yeah, he ended up losing. But they went. What they went 19-1 or something like that. 18-1.
But hey, that was the best team to ever lose the Super Bowl.
Right.
They ain't finished the job. 18-1.
Yeah. What's Chase? Receiving? You got his receiving yards by any chance?
Oh shoot! Did I put that in? Yeah, let me look it up real quick. I think I put it in. Hold on one second. Put it in the chat. Chase, what Chase did? All right, so here we go. The first 3 seasons head to head. Games played, Randy Moss got 48. Justin Jefferson has 50. Receiving yards, Randy Moss had 41-63. Justin Jefferson had 48-25. Oh, receiving touchdowns though. Randy Moss had 43. Justin Jefferson had 25.
Ooh.
Catches, Randy Moss had 226. Justin Jefferson had 324. Pro Bowl 3-3. So by far, Randy Moss is a touchdown machine. So
yes.
But that goes with the skill set of the quarterback and stuff too, though. Like you ain't finna score a lot of touchdowns. Your quarterback ain't that man either, mama.
Right. And the thing is, like that, he getting a lot of touches with that ball in his hand. You know, Randy Moss had to spread that ball over to another Hall of Famer.
Oh,
so
you're right.
Another thing. So
yeah, so his catches is down and his yards may be down because Chris Carter on the other side. I see what you're saying. It could go the other way. You're right. He could have 6,070 touchdowns. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's tough.
Posed a good question just then. You just messed me up.
Right.
I'm looking at sheer number. See, that's what's wrong with stats. That's why I don't like about Shannon Sharp. Because he manipulated, not manipulating, but he ain't rethink it like that. If you just go by stats, you like, this man is better. But
right, you can't do that. You gotta think about it, like, man, them boys back when Moss played, Moss might have had a Hall of Fame defensive back guard him. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? And he played against a guy like that, and you got a Hall of Famer on the other side of you getting as many balls and opportunities that you get.
Yeah, because you're right. When Moss was in the league, Detroit was competitive. They was in the playoffs.
Right.
So
right.
like Detroit is not a non-factor for the Minnesota Vikings every now and then, and the Bears is too. The Bears are competitive back then. They was a good division. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of factors. A lot of people that don't know those little nuances and things about football. They just go by stats. But that brings more fans, but it don't bring more like credible people that's speaking on stuff. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we're gonna end the show. We're gonna give y'all a couple of these air horns. We're gonna go ahead and thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna end it right there. It's abrupt end because that's how we do it. We 60 minutes in and that's it. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Jake.